at the live, we talk about pen release and the weekend and everything like that. Nothing much.
Good evening, good evening, good evening to you all. Welcome, welcome, welcome again, once again to our live here at Track and Field Talk Net. We welcome you all for joining us and we thank you all for joining us. So come on in, come on in, come on in. Let us have some conversation. Some great things happen over the weekend, some meets happen over the weekend, and we want to talk about that. Likewise, we are going to have a special guest on our show today, and we want to also, just show some support and also talk about that which is happening in the space and see how best we can do what we know how to do best over here, because as you know already, we are indeed a family and we do everything like a family over here. So thank you so much for joining us. We are indeed happy that you are able to join us. So wherever you are joining us from, we are happy that you are able to do so. So yeah. So good evening to you, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
You're
I'm
doing
doing
great.
good.
That's good to hear.
I'm just, yeah, it's a great evening. I'm doing okay. And how are you?
I'm good, My evening was my day today was good. It was a good day for me today. I must say it was indeed a good day for me. So yeah, um, I'm also doing great. I'm also doing
Excellent.
great myself.
I'm on this
Um,
a little I'm on this little mini vacation. You can
I
probably say
see
that.
that you are
Yeah.
on a little mini vacation there, you know. So that's good that you're on a little mini vacation. Not bad at all. Um, Not sure what's happening, but I'm not seeing the live on the page. What did I do wrong? So
Did you
what
happen
were
to
your thoughts? Hmm?
go ahead?
Go again. Oh, I was saying, what were your thoughts about what happened over the weekend, though? I guess we can start there.
I mean, weekend was good. I didn't watch it per se, but I the pen relays were good. Actually, was really good. Actually, I love the 4x4 for the men, and for the women, I don't know, the high school girls. Edwin went in with the fastest time. Not sure what happened to them on their third leg, but it was good to see Heidel secure the victory for them school and also for Team Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was a good championship though, and the 4x8 for JC, that was really really good. That was a massive comeback,
That was
I
a
must
really
say.
good
But
comeback. Was really a good comeback, I must say, for
yeah,
real. That was one
yeah,
to have seen. I mean, JC normally though, for
hmm
me, JC normally um pose that
produce
does
these four
really
by eight
well.
runners.
Yeah, that is their thing. That is their thing. Like how
hmm
um I would say the 4x4. Well, I could say now that the 4x4 really do belongs to Kingston College because it's their third time doing this, repeating it 3 times. Likewise,
hmm
Heidel doing a three-peat also. Good night, spiritually blessed. Thank you so much for joining. Heidel doing it also at a three-peat section was also a good
For
one
the four by
to
four,
see.
yeah, that was really
Yeah.
good.
Good evening, sir. Welcome, welcome to you too. It's great to have you.
Good evening, everybody.
Right. It's great to have us all here. It's been a while. I know it's been a while since we have all been in the same space, right?
It looks ugly tonight.
Yeah, that's
No, Kino, you can behave sometime though. Kino,
Where in just a while ago, me say me looks ugly and he say that's true.
I guess he was asking if that's true.
oh
I
yes.
guess he was asking. Kino, did you get any opportunity? Good night, Lizzie. Remember, guys, to
Thank you.
share up
Appreciate it.
live, share up live, tops and roses. Kino, stop vote yourself now. We can't do this. Kino, you forgot teach me. You forgot teach.
I told them on a mini vacation.
One the on vacation and one look upon himself in a being a second king. Listen, say too early for reshades, Kino. Too early, man. Too early. Man, Kino always at it. Great. Hi, BJ, dearest. Did you get an opportunity to see anything over the weekend?
Um, I saw bits and pieces. Brianna Liston.
What you enjoyed out of the bits and pieces? Remember?
Never really enjoy nothing still, but me just see them. I mean, I haven't gotten into I haven't gotten into the groove of the season as yet, to be honest. For me,
So when
what,
when you get to that go, May 11 now coming up.
what's happening now is just preliminary stuff.
What's happening, me
Hey,
living?
May 11, no, guys, May 11, I must give it to J3. God of grace, man. J3 pull some stops, man.
And what happened?
J3, May 11, what we are used to
Oh,
as Jamaica
invitational meet.
Invitationals becomes Jamaica Athletics Invitationals, but them are pull some name, me I tell you,
Oh,
they
me
are pulling.
Tina
Oh, I
Asha.
just saw that Dean Asher Simid confirmed.
Dina ready for come here. Dina says she know the color of the fingernail already and the clothes. Good evening, Dennis.
I
So,
saw that
so,
too.
so I start welcoming cousin Dina to the island before she even reached, and all of these things, because we're ready for it. We have there feel like a free the bleachers are got free. The bleachers are got free. The battery pull little stops. Cause me don't know when the season start, cause like I say preliminaries now. When the season start, guys. Me don't know.
When Ilian run
When 11 when the season start.
and Shelly. Want to see what them are come with. I'm
When the
curious.
trigger when the
I'm
trigger then.
yeah.
Are when one out of the big tree run this
When
season
one of
start.
the big tree run
Because
because
everyone is like, yeah.
why? Me that right about now, I feel like say the three of them they in the same camp. As a camp they just
I wonder though, how is it that Mr. Gentleman there always a peep over fence when it come to Ilian, but if fence raised by 30 more
no
feet when the other people
up
then.
at the fence, no up at the fence at all. Remember said the JC fence, JC no really have no fence. They can drive past and see JC. JC no have no fence, so you can see up at there. And a peeping people by fence for JC. Him see over a fence. A people we are sending for go peep over the other fence. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm saying because no one can come out of the fence over the fence there.
Well,
But again,
favor me.
but,
Him,
but
him
again, I
can't over no fence.
mean one of the things that was good was Jaden Hibbert jumping 17:01, 17:30 on Sunday at the Bermuda meet, which is now a new PB for him
Yeah.
on 8 steps. You can explain the 8 steps thing to persons, guys. I'm not a coach. His new PB is the 17:30, 17:01 on 8 steps. Explain something to me, Kino. Is two different set of steps, 8 and what, 10 or 8 and 12?
I don't remember. Seriously, no remember. How we go again? A long time in our coaching a lady.
Does it make a difference though?
It does make a difference. When
It does.
Doesn't okay.
it makes a difference. Depending on how it makes a difference in terms of the speed and in terms of you getting time to adjust your their technique and the elevation that you need and all of those things. it does make a difference.
Yeah, because remember I'm always at top boy,
So
I
let
got
me ask,
tall.
so let me ask you a question though. Like when it comes down to like Olympics or World Championship, does they have a preference in the steps that they are going to use,
I don't think it's a preference. I
or it
think it's
doesn't
what
matter,
they are.
or it doesn't matter what?
No, it's not a preference. It's what they are trained to do. They will change it based on the program that they're doing. Their coach may choose to change
Okay,
it at any particular time. Um, Different coaches have different philosophies, so they will change based on what their philosophy is. If you notice, Omar McLeod, just switching to track a little bit, Omar McLeod would have changed his it's the amount of steps that he's taken to the first hurdle over the years, and he's
okay,
switching between this number and that number because he wants the perfect run up, the perfect push out of the blocks, perfect run up first to the hurdle. So it does make a difference. It makes a difference in track, and it makes a difference in terms of the field event as well,
Okay.
okay.
particularly the long jump, which is a very hard event. The triple jump, sorry, it's a very hard event. It's hard on the body, it's hard on the legs. Um,
Yeah,
Having the perfect
tough.
technique, the perfect run up, you know, perfect time to correct the flaws, holding your phases, getting the right elevation. It's hell, but it's rewarding.
So Kino,
Okay.
no, I said remember to ask you a question off the ear. I just saw a picture, so I need to ask a question off the ear.
A
Me now
picture
go
of
ask.
me, of what? How we are seeing in my
Not
background.
of you. Not of you, Kino. It's in relation to Jamaica invitationals, right? So we're back at that again. I just like, I really, because it hasn't been there for so long for them to be bringing out names like Dalila Mohammed is coming. I mean,
Dalila Mohammed never retire.
Follow.
I'm asking.
Kino,
No.
no, Kino.
You could have
Dalila Mohammed
here.
is coming. Tia Lafond is coming, the jumper girl there. And as usual, I mean, Fred
I think
Curley
she
is
was
coming.
plagued with. I think he was plagued with injury.
Can we talk about Mando Duplantis who jumped a world record on his first jump?
In a year.
and
And then can we talk about, well,
and
over
hold
the
on,
weekend
hold
again?
on,
On
hold
his
on.
season opener, guys,
I
world
remember.
record.
No. But remember what Kino said that the track and field he still haven't get into the groove of his season yet. So I'm
Yeah,
Exactly.
like,
but
we're
and it was just a fingernail away over the weekend for jumping 625. So him set the world record last week. I want to broke it again this week. Mondo Duplantis, I'm begging you just $1,000 out of US where you call it. 5,000. 5. Me not be greedy because me never work for it. Or me
world
can't, me can't,
record.
me
This
can't.
You can wipe off in pole.
Yeah, and that me just have to say, I put my fingernail pan in the middle like pole for you. For $5,000. $5,000 for each world record you make. $5,000 for
You can wipe dog in pole, Lati. With him.
Mighty Christ. No.
I'll put on
My
a bid.
my my Mario Jose Talu is coming to JAI. It's just the people them where them are pull out. Coleman. No, but look how JAI look like said them are gonna be bigger than the other
Narrators.
media come. Yeah, because the people them were pull out in here, so is I know easy, I don't know easy fleet, What my disappointment though with JAI is that not with the organization bodies, with our Jamaican athletes. I'm not seeing much of our Jamaican athletes coming out. So far we have, Jaden Ebert, we have Daniel Williams. And when I said our athletes, I'm talking also about mainly about the ones that are trained here. I'm not really seeing them other than I'm seeing Akeem Blake get a little more ounce of respect from me in a 2024 year. Akeem Blade got
You know,
get some more.
as you mentioned Akeem Blade, I must say that I'm proud to see what's his name, Rohan Watson on the Diamond League circuit.
On the Diamond
I
League
must
circuit.
say that it gives him more boost, more confidence moving
Confidence.
forward. It I mean, I've seen Facebook has been, dragging what's his name, Glenn Mills, saying that why Oblique is not even on the Diamond League circuit, but it's good to see that Rohan is there. And yeah, it was good to see Oblique, but let's see what happens. But it's good to
Glenn, me
see
I beg you, the
Rohan.
Oblique to running on the Diamond circuit there for me, Glenn. Not on the straight, not on the little makeup, not on the makeup, what you call it when them run on the straight. So like them are gonna run the 200 on the straight. What kind of setup them call that? Kino? Yeah, a makeup stage. I call it the makeup stage. Because when them are running here, boom, 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 the little hollowness. Me that like him for give him two
Oh, you
little
mean
run
you
pan.
want him to run on the Chevron?
Yeah, man, want him run pan the real thing when I go run pan. I don't want him run pan the makeup stage. You understand? Diamond League. Proper Diamond League.
Yeah, man. I
don't know if me agree
me
with you, no.
personally,
Yeah,
me
agree with
personally
me?
feel like,
I don't know if I
me
agree.
personally feel like, me personally feel like he is lack of confidence.
I don't
That's
think it
just
has
my
anything
take.
to do with confidence. I think people accuse Glenn Mills of holding his athletes back too long. But I think Glenn understands the science of coaching and the sport in general. And I with Civil being so injury prone, you don't want to run him too much. You want to go where the big money is, one, where he can get the biggest appearance fee, and two, you also want him in events where it really matters and meets where it really matters. I think he's been
No,
coached.
I meet them
The,
over
da-
years, no matter.
I think
I
I
was
think
just about to say the damn
it,
league matter.
yes,
Like,
but him probably go a few, but him no need to go all of them.
No, when I say all of them, but me not see none not that. Last
Diamond,
year, me not
two
see him.
Diamond League on already. I want
No,
to you.
last year we didn't see him, you know.
Last year was last year. Like we make a
That's why
watch
me
this
I tell
year.
him, say me I beg him a run up on, at least on one of the Diamond League. Not on the makeup stage. And that me I said, not on the makeup stage. Me I beg
he
one run on
he
the
he
Diamond League.
he
What?
he needs to run with those top athletes so he can be familiar with them,
I
and
agree.
he can
He
Him put me
needs
yeah
on him put me with the
he needs
400
to
and
he
the
needs to
400
run
it
with
race
look.
them.
race
Yeah,
sharpness is important.
Yeah. Because him run a 200 here already and him run a
yeah.
4 and it really look nice. And I'm just saying, like you want to run somewhere else, not that me I say. I don't
Overseas, yeah. He
I
need to go
just
up against the
want one run
competition
feel.
because
Wilbert, I want one run. Me know say the first season,
we can't
I first year him started
we
out
cannot
injury
afford
free,
another
but me just want one run for just make him feel. Because remember when he ran, he wasn't it in the heat run the PB last year and Sam surprised himself? Or was in the semi? Yes, last year. So me just not want him. Me want him feel him body, feel out him body. If you want one run, just a one run. And the one run for me is not at Racers Grand Prix. So me know say him down for run the
no.
100 with Zarnel and Noah. But me just a beg one run. Oh,
Yeah,
one run.
yeah.
Yeah,
But quick question. Just segue a little bit. Where is Akeem Bloomfield and Kevona Davis?
I think Fauna is injured.
Kivona
I
ran
think the last time
Kivona ran weekend. She run this weekend.
yeah, but I think she
I
did
think
pick
She
up
she
her
ran.
she opened up
injury.
her season.
She
Yeah, she
opened the
opened up her
season, yeah,
season.
man.
I
But I
think
think she did pick up her
23 1
injury.
something.
Yeah,
uh,
early in the season. So I think she did. Yes, I think she's coming
Probably
coming
just
from that.
running herself back into shape.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she ran
And
23
Bloomfield?
1 something.
I don't know what to say about Bloomfield. I can't tell last I see Bloomfield.
You mean in
But they all
Bromfield
look
or
good.
Bluefield?
Ah, Blue.
Well, I can't tell when last I see Bromfield either.
She ran this weekend
Bromfield
too.
one,
I know
Bromfield
she
one.
ran, but me still can't tell when last miss her.
Wilbert Senting Bloomfield retire. Oh, what you said to me, Papi? Well, me never get the memo. Well, it may be the case because
Remember,
we
he
never
had a
seen.
death in the family, and I think he take it really badly.
Yeah, man,
So
His
his
mom
mother
died.
died. His
His
mom
mom
yeah, I
died.
died.
Not
think
a
he
death in
take
the
it
family. His mother
really
died.
badly.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Mm.
Um, Stacey and Williams, Dolly, man, Dolly. Yeah,
Dolly
go
look
on with
good.
yourself. Dolly look good Sunday. Even though the wind did that dash weapon her, she I must say, Stacey and Williams, this run on Sunday for me was a good run. As I can see what you're working on. You're working on the fit. She never looked like she tired to come home. I remember said tired, she tired why
Someone said she needed to run that quick because she have to go up against what's her name again? Thank you.
thank you
on
ball.
that uncle on that uncle like
She know she have to go up again
people
one
uncle.
Frankie. But her run, yeah. Me can't call her a dolly with a nice stock. This trip around. Me can't make yeah.
It's
This
good
trip
to see
around.
Sid. It's good to see Cinema clocking though. It's good to
Yeah.
see her back on the track. That's a good thing too. You
That
know
was
who
a
I'm
good thing.
you know who I'm impressed with though this weekend over everyone. She's not a Jamaican. What's her name? That same girl
Arenita,
from no from Ivory Coast. The Rashida. I think her name is
Adelike, Rashida
Adelike.
Adelike,
Yes,
Rashidat Adelike, the
she
400
was
meter girl where ran
yeah.
with Julian Alfred and
Where we did the world record, even though it didn't count as a world record.
right, but
Um,
yeah, that
and
time.
she ran the 100 meter too and beat both Dina, Julian, and she's a 400 meter. But even though she started as a sprinter, you know that, right? She
Yeah,
started as
yeah,
a
yeah.
sprinter, but and then her coach put her to the 400. Then she started the 400 1 year, and then she won the NCAA title after a year of
Hi,
competing in the 400
Sandra
meter.
dearest. It's
But
good to
I'm
see you,
super proud of her
Sandy.
though.
Yeah, I'm still. I was,
It's win aided, but it's a really good
but
time. It
it's a
would be
really
like a
good
ten
time.
nine, 10-9
Mm-hmm.
8, 10-9 7 there,
Yeah,
but
when you
yeah.
move
And you
away that.
beat out, here's a quarter mile and you beat out all of them the 100
Who
meter.
that talk about?
Yeah.
Brianna?
Yeah.
Liftance?
Adelike, Rashidad Adelike.
Okay, okay.
Because
Yeah.
I was also impressed with Dean what I gonna say Dina Daryl Nita 200 meter run. I was impressed with that run. I know she have it in her, but
Yeah,
she
man. I think she's
literally
working on her top end
yeah
speed and she's building strength and momentum. And yeah, I think we expected that though. I expect her to win
yeah
actually. Yeah.
I expected it because
It
she's for
wasn't a
me
surprise there.
from last season coming into this season, she's stomping her yard or her
In that
name into that
200
Great Britain list that it's not just Dina
Dina,
alone,
yeah.
because everybody knows Dina and all of that, but she's putting herself there, and I really, really like that.
Someone posted something about Shakari on the Facebook, and I'm totally in agreement. Not saying that it's going to happen or I want it to happen, but someone posted that she needs Elaine Thompson, old coach, that's the lady from last season, to bring out the speed, because she
But
just
to
not
bring out this,
regular.
she have to be as committed or as easy to coach, and these are the words that Shaniki quoted as it relates to her. I'm not saying she's not, because I don't know anything, but based on what Shaniki stated about ET, so it was
Hmm.
easy to bring out that speed in her. But I think she needs to, but then she says she's working on it to come over in the 200 and not to just be seen as the 100-meter world champion only.
I
But
don't think we should take anything away from Shakari's performance. It's early season. A
Yeah,
lot of
man,
these
it's early
athletes are
season.
just
still
trying to see where
loaded.
she's at.
Yes,
Yeah.
so a lot of them are still loaded. Some of them are just midway into their speed work, so they're running heavy and loaded. So there is nothing much to get to really look at. Um, that Nita perhaps is a little bit further along in her program right now. Probably she has run more races. Whatever the case is, she's
Mm-hmm.
a little bit sharper. Nita only needs to. I think Nita's problem is that she doesn't think she is as good as everybody else. Other
But I
people
think
see
she's
that she
getting into
can
it now.
be as
I
good as
think, yeah,
everybody else, but
I think
she
she's
doesn't
getting there
think she
now.
is.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I would also I want to highlight coming back to pens. So we're switching in and out. Coming back to pens, the men's 4x100 meter, the men, that is the senior men. Um, that was really
Oh,
a good run
yeah.
from Sandra Davidson. The team put together did what was needed. Sandra come from
I didn't.
behind and
What was the lineup though? I didn't even saw that. I just saw the finish. What was the lineup?
me know attack on the first run, the second leg. Um, Sandra
I
Davis
guess
ran the anchor leg.
Barnes ran
Um,
the first leg then.
yes, Barnes well ran the first leg and Tingy ran the third leg. So that was the lineup. It was a good.
One thing I can say though, since 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 since, since we're on this weekend, uh,
Hi, Mr.
how do
Taylor.
you?
Thank you so much for that. Ops for you.
We need to go.
Go ahead.
Since we're on weekend, before the part, I must say that I'm super not proud, but I'm happy that Justin Gatlin is giving Jamaican their props as it relates to
Oh,
his podcast. I think it's
mm-hmm.
a really good platform that he has going on, and we appreciate it. Thank you, Mr.
Yeah.
Gatlin. we,
Thank you.
appre-
Bigs up to you. Bigs up to
we
you.
appreciate it.
All right. So,
Someone
guys,
said Navleen Williams knows I'm girlfriend, but okay.
how are we just no? They are very good friends.
You
I
know,
saw the,
social media.
yeah, I guess because there was an interview with both of them where she was speaking about him, saying that in her time when she just found
Mm.
out about the cancer and stuff, because they were training together in the same camp.
Yeah, he
He
was
was
very
the person
supportive.
that she could have relied on, that she relied on. He was the first person that she shared it with, and said that she don't want anyone to know, and he was really there for her. So thank you so much,
Mm.
Mr. Gatlin, for being there for one of our queens. We really appreciate that, and that also helped
I
her
love what
and
he
us.
said. I love
Yeah.
what he said about I love the podcast about Veronica Campbell though.
Oh,
That was a
glory,
good
man.
one. That was a
Glory,
really good one.
glory. Glory, glory, glory. I must say, glory,
And
hallelujah.
funny enough, like every time his podcast start, it has to be about the Jamaicans. And
Always. It's like it can't, it coming like
it's
pain.
good that it's good that someone from the outside is giving our props and giving us what we deserve, because you know that many podcasts in Jamaica don't really like talk
Money.
about their success or talk about what they have or at least have accomplished or contribute to the country, putting our name on the global map, especially in track and field. But I'm happy that his podcast is able to give us all the props that we deserve globally and
What's the name of his
internationally.
podcast?
I'm not sure. I just always come across it on Facebook.
I will just post one little clippings about, but we are gonna find it out and we are gonna get to it and get into it fully.
Yes,
All right.
yes, yes.
So, all right, guys. So tonight, we started out talking about what happened over the weekend and stuff. But tonight, our guest with us tonight is none other than Jermaine Forrester. Somebody that you all have come to know, and he is also a track and field enthusiast. And we are here with him tonight to just give him some support, render support to him. Night, Alicia, we're just basically going to get into the meat of it. We were just talking about what happened over the weekend. And we just want to show him some support, give him the avenue to talk about some stuff that has been happening with him health-wise. We know, health is something that comes and goes with anyone, and therefore we are here just to support him as we go along. So, Jermaine, good night.
Hi
Hi,
everyone. I'm kind of on the road, so if you see my camera go, it's because I'm all over the place right about now.
no
So what's
problem.
up, Kino? What on?
What go on, bro?
There, brother. Maurice, what's up?
Maurice, you're muted. You start drink
Maurice, the mute.
water.
Yeah,
You're good.
You know this thing.
yeah,
I'm trying
man.
to pay this bill because I'm
And
trying to
that's how
get
you
out
big up
this
yourself
restaurant.
all the time. I must say, a lot of people may be wondering, how I end up here, but a lot of y'all don't know that as much as we have done things separately, are still one family. I mean, calls are made, checkups are made, so it's never a situation that I'm left alone because regardless of anything, I mean, them check up like Latoya annoys me checking up on me, but that's great. I mean, so I'm there.
Hi, Nick. Good night. Okay, so we're just going to get into the meat of it. Um, I don't want to relay the story. I mean, I have become aware for those who may have seen a post going around or a GoFundMe going around stating that Jermaine is ill. Um, we on Track and Feet on it, as you hear him say, we, even though we have, we do our things separately, we are still a family and we still consider each other a family in spite of. And therefore, this comes about and stuff. And we thought that we're just gonna have the chat about it and therefore put out some means and ways, and for those who are able to contribute towards the medical expenses that are there, because it is really heartening. We appreciate the the thought that will come. It doesn't matter what it is, anything small, anything big, it doesn't matter. We will appreciate it, we will take it. Our admins, you can reach out to any one of our admins, if it is that you are having difficulties with the ways that we have, and then we can just be in touch and do it. So, Jermaine, you want to tell us, not in a long haul, but tell us a little about what is happening or what has been happening, so everyone can hear.
So I'm gonna give you a little bit of a backstory. I'm gonna make it about 30 seconds. So for many of you who would have seen us last year when we were all doing together, um, many people didn't know that before the season started. Well, right about when the season started, in early May, I was diagnosed with colon cancer, stage one. This was a big secret between me and Latoya because I kind of asked her to keep it quiet. So she had withheld it for a bit from Kino, from Zavian. So that was what happened. So I started doing some treatment, and so while you guys were seeing me here or seeing me online, I was actually going through treatment. Then by about August, September, I was cured. Or yeah, early September, I was cured. I was told that I was cured. So one day, late September, early October, for those who don't know, I'm a teacher. Well, I think all of y'all know that. And I was in class one day and I passed out, like in the middle of the class. And my body was shaking, like seriously shaking. So I remember I went to the nurse, and, a friend of mine said to me, yo, bro, you need to go and check up and see if everything is good. Well, after I checked up, a bunch of tests, whole heap of tests, blood tests, nerves, everything you can think of. I was diagnosed with Graves' disease. Now, for a lot of people who don't know what that is, you just go back to two people in track and field, Gail Devers and Kirani James. Kirani being the latest. And what that does is it affects both your immune system and your nervous system, as well as other components of your body. So you will find out that you are, like for me, always shaking, body's always shaking. Your eyes are swollen, a lot of weight loss, always perspiring, one whole heap of something. So when I found that out in October, I kind of kept it very quiet and close to home. I said nothing to anybody until probably about late November. For those who may know Gary, and he, one just randomly sent me a phone call and said, "What's up?" And that's the first person I told. I remember, by the way, guys, I'm outside because I was on the road. And then, my family actually never knew until my birthday. So that was kind of weird because my birthday is in December. So they didn't know because I was shocked because, you're coming from one thing to go to another. So for those who are over by Track and Feelings, they may have realized that I hadn't posted or I hadn't done any lives in a long time, even though lives were advertised. I hadn't done any for a long time because physically I was unable to do so. So, Latoya reached out and I kind of kept it quiet from her until a couple weeks ago, letting her know what was up. And people like Kino, shouting out to her and be like, "Yo, you need to get to Jermaine and find out what's going on," and other people. And for me, that was, I think when I became open about it, seeing the outpouring of love from a lot of you guys, that was a great thing. So it is a very expensive disease to take care of because you're basically, they say it's incurable, but I'm a very God-fearing person. So, say anything can be cured. And so I have to literally be taking a lot of meds and a lot of natural supplements to allow my body to operate. I still have to go to work every day. I still have to do what I have to do because I can't let it weigh me down. But the support from family, my work family, a lot of you guys who, some of you are even watching this right now and y'all have shouted me out and messaged me and stuff. So, that's why I said, you know what, come on and share it because I think it was a surprise to many people when they saw the GoFundMe because I never wanted to do it. Shauna, Gary, big up on yourselves because you guys were the ones that pushed me to do it. I was very hesitant, and I think that brought light to a lot of people who were kind of like, oh, that's why we haven't seen you, or that's what's going on. And even people who probably wouldn't have said anything likewise. Reaching out, that's where I am right now.
Okay. So I know you said that it makes you weak. And I guess it will basically put you in pain at times, right?
Right.
Okay. So how do you basically matriculate that between have to be at school to teach?
Hold on. So again, I have a really great work family at my school and they're very supportive. I remember for the entire month of January, I wasn't at work. I was home because I got to a stage where I thought I was dying. That's how bad I was. Like physically, I was out of it. But I have a very good support system at work. And, in the days that I don't feel well, I can always call someone and say, "Hey, can you feel in here for me?" Or even if I'm at work and I start to feel pain or I start to feel exhausted, I just make a phone call and I'm like, I need some help. And my coworkers are very, very supportive. They rush to help me. Again, had it not been for them, I don't think I'd be able to go to work. From a principal, I'm like a shout him out, Mr. Brooks, Mr. Ransel Brooks, my vice principals, my head of department, my coworkers, everybody, my guidance counselors who have come to my house and visited me to ensure that I was good. Had it not been for them, I probably would not be working right now. So they've been very, very supportive. And I think especially on the days like Mondays and Tuesdays where my schedule is extremely packed, they are willing. And again, I'm going to shout out somebody who I'm going to probably let him see this. Mr. Obed Davis, who works in the same department as we, work in the same classroom, where if I'm even feeling away, they're right there to help me and they're right there to be there for me. Everybody at my school, from even the canteen staff, ensuring that my lunch is properly prepared so I'm eating. And if them don't see me come to the canteen, they come to my class and find out what I want. And just everybody being supportive. And I think me being open about it, because a lot of people who, that's how knows me, I'm very private about my life. I mean, me sit down and you talk about everything and everything track and field. I'm out there. But when it comes to me personally, I keep it very close to my heart. I mean, Latoya, Latoya is probably one of the few persons who has probably heard me even cry going through stuff, you know, and so I keep a lot of things close to me. So when I became open about it, I mean, to see the people who supported me, kind of everything that I thought would be wrong wasn't, you know, and for me that's kind of what allows me to continue to still be here. I have a great work family, I have a great church family, I have, you know, just the support I'm getting from everybody. I mean, when Latoya tell me, say, Kino, shout her like, yo, check up on Jermaine. What's up? What's going on? You know, I mean, that shows that there are people out there that even if you always don't agree or you have your differences, that doesn't mean that love it doesn't exist. You may not like somebody, but that outpouring of love for me, 100% respect for it.
Kino?
When over the period when everything happened, and you know, we went our separate ways, it has never sat well with me. The fact that we were all, you know, in church, you would say, on one accord, doing our thing, and it grew to where it grew to, and then things happen, and we understand that things happen. And even though we weren't in contact with each other, I've always been saying to Lati, walk on with Jermaine. Jermaine, all right. You hear from Jermaine. Why am I do? Me not see nothing, me not hear nothing. And when she came and she told me the other day when we were speaking about that you're not well, I was like, me no know, I was floored. Because for me, no matter the difference that me and somebody have, and I said this a lot at the same time, and I was like, no matter what the differences are, when it comes to sickness, I'm going to be there to support. And if me have to wash your foot, me go wash it. I just mean that. Because life's short. Life is short, and it makes no sense. We shun people, and you know, just to quote from the Bible says, lay aside all the weights that so easily beset us. And most of the time, some of the little stuff them, the little vibes them what we carry, it never make no sense. So Jermaine, know this, that whatever it takes, you know, from my end, in my own little way, I will try as best as possible. Not only financially, but I will be there for you as a brethren, bro. Let's put everything aside tonight and just because today for me, tomorrow for you. And only God alone knows what's going to happen to any one of us, whether it be a year down the line or tomorrow. So, you know,
Sorry, I'm laughing because
fully
I've
there.
seen what Reverend
Fully there.
Nicholas Robdon is saying. Nicholas, this is your space, you know, Mr. Robdon. I think I need to send you the link and let you do it better for us because you're the Reverend, you know. We are your, you know what I mean? But we definitely, I mean, Kino has expressed himself. I mean, as we rightfully know, whatever happened. But as Jermaine said, even though those things happen and that happened, in spite of, we are still there and we are willing to still be there for each and every one because it is very, very short. Very, 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 very short. And we know not the day nor the hour that our time cometh, you know, and one of the greatest thing in the midst of this is that, Jermaine, your faith does exceptionally well for you because I don't know what it feels like to go through what you're going through now, but I have seen you in the other stage and go through the other stage. And as you said, I've seen you cry. But one thing I saw then, and I know you still have that, is that you still never give up faith. And therefore you hold on to that and you came through one obstacle. And this is just another one that you need to pass and will pass with the help of God, because God is in the core of it. And that is why tonight we say, you know, let us just lay all things aside, come together, do this as a team together, because it doesn't matter what it is, right? And there are persons who are saying, you know, I'm happy to see you, because, you know, we know that one of the things that brought us all together is the love of track and field. And when it is that we were in the heat of World Championship, that love never went away. You know, we were just never together. And now we are going into the heat of another championship, a major one, while you are facing what you are facing, and not because you are facing something meaning that we're going to throw you away. Whatever ways, whatever means, we can be there for you. It's just a phone call away. Rob done said, I real met this. I love this, bro. Yo, Jermaine, I'm glad to see you, bro. I did very concerned from a distance. So, you know, as I said, a lot of persons weren't seeing you. A lot of persons were concerned. Some persons may not have known how to get in touch with you or how to reach out to you. As you rightfully said, you are very private. When I got the call and the message, when I got the call to say, yo, Latoya, I saw something for GoFundMe for Jermaine. What is that about? Now, persons who know us from then, Track and Feelings, would expect me to know what is what. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, because I can't see over there. You know, by the time I said that, someone sent me the post. I'm like, all right, give me a few. I made the phone call, I never get through. I consistently made the phone call until you decided to answer. And my first thing was to you, are you okay? I mean, I said this to you that at one point I messaged you, and my question to you was, how is your health? And Nadine online can tell you, Nadine, Jermaine can tell you, Kino can tell you, Sheldon can tell you. I said to them, I felt like you gave me a push off, but in spite of, I still continued to see you. Are you okay? Where are you? What is happening with you? And I'm happy that you, in spite of, you still start to trust us with this, or trust me still to say, yo, this is what is happening, so that we can journey through this together. So for all those who are listening, you're seeing the ways to contribute flashing across the screen. We're just saying, if it is that you want to contribute towards this cause, towards what is happening with Jermaine, to help, you know, whichever way you can do so. And if it is that you do not have any of those means, you can reach out to any one of the admins, myself, Kino, Maurice, any one of the admins, and we will pass on any other further information that you need, like a bank account or stuff, so that we are able to, you know, just give what we are able to give and continue to hold him in prayer, because at the end of the day, prayer does everything, no matter how tough and rough it gets. See, Nadine is saying that. Go ahead.
I think one of the things, and Latoya mentions my faith, and Latoya knows me very well to know that me and faith is a big thing. And I tell people this, as much as I've been going through my illness, and I mean, there are days when I tell people I felt like I was dying. Guys, I am 5'9". My weight is supposed to be anywhere between 145 to 160. I was 126 pounds 4 months ago. Literally skin and bones. And as bad as it was, I mean, there were days I looked in the mirror and I cried because I wasn't seeing me. And I think I don't think people understand how much that hurts when you look in a mirror. It's not like I'm looking at myself getting older. I'm looking at myself and I'm not seeing me. And for those who know me, you guys have seen me for the past couple of years. You know, seeing me change, like I remember there was one time when we did our last live. I mean, somebody messaged me like, dude, where are you? Because I got so skinny. And with all that said, I say that to say this, I've never missed a day of church in 2 years. Never missed, because my thing was, I was 126 pounds 4 months ago. Literally skin and bones. And as bad as it was, I mean, there were days I looked in the mirror and I cried because I wasn't seeing me. And for those who know me, you guys have seen me for the past couple of years. You know, seeing me change, like I remember there was one time when we did our last live. I mean, somebody messaged me like, dude, where are you? Because I got so skinny. And with all that said, I say that to say this, I've never missed a day of church in 2 years. if I'm gonna die, if I'm gonna fall down, if I'm gonna be mashed, I'm gonna go in a God house and allow that to happen. Because, and for those who know, I'm Kino can tell them, I'm a musician, I'm a drummer. I've never stopped playing. I've never stopped. Every Sunday I'm at church, and that I got to a point. I don't think people don't like when I say this, but I got to a point. I remember one day I was in my bed. I literally start curse God, like literally. What am I do? What happened? Why me? All of this. And I was in tears. And I remember the next day somebody came to me and said to me, God says I'm supposed to tell you this. I love you. I'm here for you. I hear you. And I remember for those who don't know, I grew up in a church, all of them something there. And I remember backslide and all of them something there. And I remember when I was younger, I said, I always wanted to have a testimony like Job. Them always say, be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. You know, and
that's why Nadine said God gives his hardest battles to his toughest soldiers, and not even the strongest, toughest.
And I remember I got to a point where I said, I looked at myself and I said, what Job said, though my flesh be destroyed, yet with my eyes I will see God. And that for me was where I started to just believe. That was actually the day before my birthday. And the following day, my aunt texted me and she was like, what's wrong? What's up? And I broke on my birthday when people supposed to be out. I'm in my bed, I'm talking to my aunt and I'm in tears. But that moment allowed me to open up. And I mean, that's what I tell you. She texted me a lot of times. Oh, I'm a good man. How's it? Me all right? You know, but I remember when she called me, I said, listen, had it been anybody else, I would not be talking to them. And I went through everything. Any question she had, I answered. I went through everything because regardless of anything, I remember I said to people all the time, Latoya, of the four of us that were there, Latoya and I were the closest. I was the closest with Latoya, right? Because again, like I said earlier, Latoya was on the phone with me when I was going through relationship problems. Latoya was on the phone with me when I'm going through hell and I'm crying and I'm wondering. I mean, if you know me and if you know me well enough, I don't let people see anything wrong with me. And I'm on the phone with her when I'm crying like, what is going on? I knew that I had to say it to her. Like when she called me, I saw the missed call. I was at home and she called me back and I'm like, all right. And I knew I had to say it to her because regardless of anything, family comes first. And y'all were or not even say were, for the past couple of years, y'all have been my family. I mean, when I mean that, like, Kino can tell you the conversations we've had. Like, some things I would talk about, you would not normal, you wouldn't just randomly talk to people like that. But we've had some conversations, yo. And you know, we've disagreed on a lot of things and we've agreed on a lot of things. And we've had days when we said, boy, Jermaine and Kino actually agreed on something. Whoa. You know, we've had our moments, but again, that's what family is about. And even if we go our separate ways, again, it comes back to family, and I'm big on family. And y'all have been that for me. You know, so even when Latoya reaching out and Latoya telling me, yo, Kino is worried, yo, what's going on? Things like that for me means the world to me. I never asked Latoya to come here. Latoya said to me, yo, you coming, we'll come and talk about this. And I said, sure. You know, not just because I want to talk about it, but it's actually a chance for me to be with my family again. You know, and that for me was one of the most important things. You know, you never know what curveball life throws you. You just accept it and you move on.
So I'm going to just ask a fun question. It's just for Joe. You guys still disagreeing on the Sharika Jackson story?
It's okay to disagree.
It is okay to disagree. And I always say, the Sharika is my baby. And she'll forever be my baby. You know, it is what it is, though.
Yeah, but Jermaine, on a real though, I'm really glad to see you. And please unblock me so I can unblock you.
You never have to tell people that we're black here, brother.
I was waiting.
No, it's how we block each other. So
no problem. I know
Some
someone named
people
Smith
are
after Kino. He said no.
Oh yeah, Charmaine. When we Charmaine, so Charmaine. For those who don't know, right? For those who don't know, right? I mean, when we had track and feelings, we always, we're always together. And when whatever happened, and and ways are being parted, and words were thrown, sticks were, raffled up and all
Fighting
of
words
that,
too.
blockings happening, you know what I mean? Blockings. Because yeah, man, me didn't get blocked,
I mean,
as you
it
hear,
happened.
him can't keep me blocked forever. But him feel like him could have keep Kino block. So Kino block him block Kino. Kino unblock him unblock. So them blocked right now.
But Nadine, we're
Full in
supposed to
a
look
real
good.
life.
We don't
Not on
understand that.
social and full in a real life. But they must see each other right here.
Like
So they're gonna
guys don't
unblock
even.
each other.
I don't think people understand that as much as Kino and I have shared words. I mean, we've shared words with each other. Words that we can't repeat yet, so. But we've never hated each other. And a lot of people think that we've always had something like that. No. The thing about it is we're two strong-minded people and we have our own. We have what we
Manufactured
think.
beef, as Miss
Mm,
Kitty would say. It's
mm.
disingenuous and duplicitous.
Yes,
As
I mean, like, I mean, I get that. I mean, I've gotten at
Read that in comment, please. Make sure stop.
Jaja, Kino, you look at big man. So
Give it
Kino,
a
no big
big
man.
man.
We've all, especially, I think the only person I've not had any strong words with was Latoya, and I think maybe because I don't cuss woman. But we've had our disagreements, but we've never had strong words. But Keen and I have shared words, yo. Like I've said some things where I had to go back to God and be like, yo, I'm sure to do that.
The next family I tell you here. We make
Well,
you
Yeah, man.
big up yourself, Odion.
One of the time with the kickoff wicket for chewing at the last half the bro.
Yeah, man. It did rough, man. I mean, one
boys
point
and
Kino, me and Kino get tonight. Kino come out of the group, say, nah, come back. We have, I mean, like, y'all had no idea. But at the end of the day, again, it's family. Sometimes you have two brothers who just can't get along. But we're
and
still
then
there for each other.
me the little one, and the old female, the only queen in the park, they have hell. To deal with
Right. Oh, yes.
all the kings. All the kings, the queen did have to deal with. But
Yeah,
I
but I
mean,
mean, at the end of the day, again, it's family, and I love you guys, and that's always been there. That was never. Sorry, I'm
yeah,
getting very
man,
emotional talking about it.
Alicia, cause I mean, good horse, like good
Alisa, half of what
horse.
you see on social media is not even 30% of the cussing. Trust me.
Yeah, them cost.
What-
Cost to the point where I had to, have meeting and say,
Yes, man.
listen now, this are this. Come now, apologize and let's move right along. Let's get it over with. And then we deal with that in the morning and in the evening. You see, the whole team come up there skin with teeth. You never know that happened on the back because
Yeah,
words were thrown. But yeah.
I think that time a lot of people never knew because again, like I said, Kino left the group. Kino hadn't and stuff, and we had the meeting and we're up on StreamYard. We had the 4 hour that I chat, and we were back in the evening, and nobody knew what had happened. Nobody knew what we said.
Because as Nadine said, we are big people.
Exactly.
Nadine, please say Latia take side with Kino. Oh, and people say me I take side with Kino.
Mm.
Well, Nadine, they don't know. They don't know. Like I had to be like that little center person there and just say, yo, Jermaine, and this you say, Kino,
Like,
this say. So this
and
warrant that little apology, just shoot it over there and stand stern.
and
But me
and
Keisha say you don't really want be too strong with Latino.
no, that was wrong with that. That's a good one. I mean, it got to a point where, and I think even in the group, I had to come back and be like, yo, guys, we can't do that because it got to a point where we had our disagreement and we left it there. But people started threatening Kino life. And I'm like, yo, what the hell is that? And I would never, ever.
They were the threats. Those weren't made public, but they were the threats. Like,
It did really.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo.
But remember though, we had a large following.
1 second. People stop. Punky, tonight is not the night. I don't want to be reliving the Kino party.
What you say?
And
What you say? Me just a glow.
Jaja.
I want to make Kino like a long time. We don't see Kino, but me no want to relive that. I mean, what you know what I mean? Me just say, please.
It's the
Let's just be
blessing of the
loving over here.
Lord.
But nobody eat pancake too, and please, if it will swell, you know. No, for true, not. Jermaine, audience, say you animal alone never caught.
That is so true. Like, I don't think, because the funny thing,
But
even though
that
I may
the
not have
key to
agreed with
prepare me
everything
this.
Odion has said,
Me have a no
Odion has
speech.
agreed with me a lot. So me give him that credit there. Him actually thinks I'm have sense. So we never actually cuss him. So me and him good.
Audience too?
You know, say it's not that. I've never doubted your intelligence or your knowledge of the sport. Even though me say that, forget little cloud.
We got to
You
admit.
know,
Like
yeah,
tonight.
but I've never doubted that. I think it's just that both of us, as you said, are strong-willed people, and we are all bright people who are opinionated, and sometimes perhaps both of us were the two most opinionated out of the group, and I
Definitely.
think as a result of that, it caused a lot of heads to butt. But right now, looking back on everything that happened, me just think I just one big foolishness.
Like, I mean, even up to the, like, and I say this honestly, I'll never be one of those persons that say I didn't do and I'm not to be. No, hell no. You understand? Um, I had a lot of part to do in a lot of things because, as Kino said, I am strong-willed. Alicia know me from high school days. Alicia knows that nobody can say nothing to me and me just take it so. You understand? And we've gone through those phases, and I think a lot of us, I mean, personally, we are a lot of us are older. As much as it seems like a few, it is literally over 6 months ago, half a year. Um, and a lot of things I personally did. I know like a lot of people who know, if we don't know, say I was petty with a lot of things, and again, that's what families do. I mean, that's what people do. I mean,
What
there
you
was a
guys
point.
in class?
So we'll go through all of them something there. I mean, I remember one time I called that time and said to Lati, say, yo, Lati, really mean I'm thinking me your friend, I come to the. I mean, we had it. Boy,
We're not in for yeah.
not trust me. I remember my call Lati phone Lati. I'm not never meet the call. I think I meet the call that time. I'm the point, yo, Lati, I remember say, yo, I'm here and you come this for them and I'm thinking you don't know me. And I was at it. I mean, because at the end of the day, we are passionate people, and passion is one of the biggest things that lack amongst most of the youth nowadays. We are very passionate about everything that we do, and passion sometimes can lead to it will lead to a lot of disagreements. I mean, but again, a family, and that's what we do, and we support one another. I mean, I remember when you guys came over here. I remember Kino was one of the ones that said, "Yo, listen, there's a space for everybody, and everybody do them thing, and regardless of whatever happened, at the end of the day, we're still one community, and that's what it is about. It's not a competition. It's not a this, and it's none of that. It is one family, and some people will go one side, and some people will go one side, and that's fine. But there should be no love lost. And I think that one of the things that I remember I was saying it to somebody today, I texted them not too long ago, and I said to them, one of the things being ill taught me is how to appreciate a lot of things. And I may not have a lot of regrets in life because I don't have a lot of regrets. But there are a few things I would say, yo, I should have done better, or I should have handled better, I should have been better about. I mean, some of the things it could have been just yo, I'm sorry, yeah. So from my part, it could have just been, yo, I'm sorry, or I apologize, or we never mean it. But instead, we hold on to ego, especially as men. We hold on to ego and we say, yo, no, it's this and it's that. And sometimes we just need to just build and just do a thing and load. And many of us, had we done that, things would have been a lot differently. It would have been a lot different. But at the end of the day, I still want one family the same way.
Yeah. You know, you're talking, but you're muted.
Oh no, me not tell somebody say them not be it from Tuesday.
Judge that.
Yeah, Kino is always gonna be Kino. But yeah, Jermaine, everything what you said, me echo the same sentiments. On a real, I think a lot of things were said that, could have been said differently. And it could have been handled differently from my part, from your part, and then what happened too is that we pulled Latoya in the middle as the mediator. And then looking back on it now, it must have been uncomfortable for her because she's friends with both of us, you know.
Exactly.
So Latin never take no side because me get my licks them too, but then things just spiraled out of control and it at one point, especially when the threat started, we were like, where this a come from? What is this? Because at that point now it just escalated into something else. But
And when
I
that
think,
threatening start coming, Akina say, "Are you in a Are you in
yeah,
And I
so
And then
remember I said
over
to Kina that,
then
yo, if
on the
I
right
want
hand
to,
side, Jermaine, I say, Lottie, but you know me before him. But you take him side.
I have since repented for those things, and I don't think we are big enough or too big to say we're sorry, Jeremy. I apologize for whatever my part is or was in that. Um, Time sometimes gives perspective, and
that is
perspective
so true.
can be very powerful.
He's a master.
When in retrospect, as me say, I did jump some foolishness, minute, simple little things that just mount
Exactly.
and turn into some foolishness.
Erika Jackson, man.
Sherika and Alien. Imagine. Sherika and Alien
No,
when now
no,
lose, no
no,
sleep over
that
with.
no come with it tonight. It was a
I'm just
Sherika
saying, them
Jackson.
now lose, no
Let's
sleep over with.
continue.
And of them cause it. And them cause it. I feel them fault.
But just because Sherika did lose the race, cause the whole of this now. And that, just
No,
because Sherika lost the
it
race,
wasn't Sherika
cause
losing the race that caused all of this. It was Kino's response to Sherika losing the race that caused all of this.
Sherika should lose the race.
And the
But
worst
I
part
mean,
is me not even remember what me did say.
thank you very. I don't even remember what was said. I don't even remember what was said that caused it. Like, me know something did have to do with Sherika and then somebody mentioned something about Alien and Kino go off on them and then they are defend. But I asked me for give the details about it. I have no
Right.
idea what
Time
happened.
is time is the master. Time is the master of
You know,
things.
and it is funny because I mean, even people, and then I think a lot of the times as well, I'm gonna say this straight up. I know I did it. I don't know if any of you guys did it, but I did it. Sometimes people will put us against each other, and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know I
yeah,
got some comments like, "Yo, why am I keen on? I know I am a keen on Zavian. I said this, and said that." And sometimes again, ego is a hell of a thing
yeah,
because
yeah.
it feeds your ego, and you're like, "But I true him a talk," and all of it could have just been, "Yo, bro, you're right, bro, you're wrong. Yo, we don't need to do this," But again, when it
That's what
started, people,
that's where we went wrong. And I would say we because I remember when all of this started, as Nadine said, I was the only female and I was put under pressure to firstly, I mean, when it just started to hear, oh Latoya, you're doing this, put out this, put out this, put out this and where are you all when we're in the back end dealing with everything? What you're seeing out here is really not it all. And because we didn't heeded to that pressure, or I didn't heeded to that pressure, we moved further away. And I mean, what this has taught me also for me personally is that sometimes in any relationship that we are a part of or any organization that we are a part of, we sometimes may need to part ways in order to see where we went wrong or what we did wrong or what we contributed to what happened, so that we are able to reconcile or able to come to our own terms and say, yo, I am sorry, or I contributed towards this and this is really not what it's supposed to be, you know and for the greatest part of it all, I mean, who are we? We are not
Exactly.
God. We do not blow breath into man. We do not give everything, or we do not get everything the way we want it when we want it, because the only person who does that is the Father above. And if He
Exactly.
Himself can forgive us, who sins both action, thought, mind, and indeed consciously and unconsciously, who are we not to forgive somebody else? Or moreover, who are we not to forgive our own self? So the time away has taught all of us something in the midst of it, so that we are able to be better with ourselves, and so that we're able to hear Kino say, yo, I'm sorry. Hear Jermaine say, yo, I'm sorry. Hear me say, yo, I'm sorry for all that happened. I mean, we are just binded together some way, somehow. And
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 and go
you know
ahead.
the funny part about it is, I mean, so and I'll say this to people. Many of us want to be used by God, but we don't want to be used by God. What do I mean by that is we want to be used by God because we want to be preacher, and we want to be evangelist, and we want to touch people and pray and them heal and them something there. But some of us don't want to be used by God in the sense of being a Job or being a Joseph. In who would have known that it took an illness to get us back here? You know, who would have known that it took me going through something for clarity to be brought to me? Who took me going through something for Kino to say, yo, what's up? So sometimes you will never know what's gonna happen. You don't know what God is using, and a lot of people don't understand. The 4 hour church people, like it's not like we are church people. Like truth be told, you understand? Kino Game Church, I'm be Latoya, God in Concord United, me got Newton Street Church. I got a prophecy. We are all church people, and sometimes we pull a Peter, we pull a Peter in the sense of we deny Christ. Maybe it not be I don't know him, but deny him in the sense of not doing what we're supposed to. And then sometimes I have to come back, and when the rooster crow we go, Jano, say we mess up. And that's what it is. I mean, again, I never knew I never knew how this would have been reconciled. I never knew how we would have come back together in that sense of coming and just having that conversation. And I mean, we're having this, a lot of y'all don't even understand. We did not have this conversation behind the scenes. Like, this is happening right here. Right here. So, I mean, who would have thought what would have allowed something to occur like this? Because, I mean, mega tell you the truth, I've heard it from people. They miss the 4 hours together. And that assertiveness, and that, Kino says something and Jermaine respond, and Zavian did this, and then Latoya being her mediator self, and it was, regardless of anything, it was a chemistry. A lot of people never understand it. It was 4 characters that came well together. And sometimes, again, we allowed, I know I did it personally, are eager to be fed, not understanding that each of you have a role, and no role is bigger than the other. And no, Jermaine, remember, say it was you and Latoya first, and then that you feed that ego, and you're like, yeah, so why you even, and sometimes it is about, and I remember Latoya saying this to us even earlier when we started from 2021. Latoya was like, yo, in 2022, I should say, Latoya was like, listen, remember, everyone we have a purpose in this, and we can't allow something good to be split by ego. That was something Latoya said when we started from a meeting, us
I
in a
think
group and we're talking. That was
I, go
yeah,
ahead, go ahead.
I'm
Finish
saying
your
that was something that was said to us from the get go, and like at the end of the day, me I could consider myself guilty of it because I am. We sit down and we allowed, and it is true when them say people are ready for success. Some people are ready for success. We allowed how successful we became because people literally, thousands of people stopped them night on a Monday for watching. And a lot of times we allowed our own success to become our biggest downfall. I know I was guilty of it, right? And then again, we'll see that ego, and all of a sudden, what was supposed to be good had to end up being apart so people could find out who they were and what they were.
Yeah, you mentioned something earlier, and now looking back at it allowing people to stir the pot was a big part of what happened too. Jeremy and Jeremy out talking, Jeremy Jermaine, that a lot of that was a big part of it. There was one person in particular who all just got in, and on a big man level, I think this that's happening now is was and is I personally don't have a thick, and everything that happened, I don't even remember what
That's
part
cool.
most of it happened. To be honest, me can't like me. I try to think back at some of the little foolish things them and me. I said, what did really cause that to even happen then? So I mean, as I said, success sometimes. When you said what you said about success a while ago, I was thinking about remember watching a documentary on a successful movie star and how rapidly she created and died, you quickly. And it stands to reason that you have to find a place where you are growing in your success and not allow people to come in and ego to come in and cause separation. A lot of that happened with all of ego came in, and then there were people in the background whispering and stirring the pot. And now that I really have to go, it just like dawn on me how uncomfortable it must have been for Latoya in the middle of all of this. Like me never thought about it before, but now that I'm talking about it, it occurs to me that it must have been very uncomfortable for her, your friend and my friend, and balance that while trying to stay talking to you over here, talking to me over there, and perhaps talking to Zavian over there.
Yeah, but-
You understand? So
Exactly.
I this was needed, that is so thank you. Jermaine, I am sorry though that it is under these circumstances.
That,
But we know God, and
exactly.
when me say Lati tell me say Lati, I know when man say what God say. That a friend of mine told me yesterday that he wants to live, and me said that the doctor say, but I'm a strong church as it, and though I around the edge, I know what God is like. So I am going to stand with God is going to heal you. Uh, it is not beyond God. This is nothing God. What you're going to is just a small the world of what is happening. So pick up yourself, yes, and we there and block me, make and block you.
Um,
And also, I'm just gonna say this quickly. As much as I apologize, obviously, to Kino, to Latoya, to Zavian, as family. My apology also would have to go to y'all that watch us, because for many, and it's something I've heard again, like I said, for many people, we were here Monday night. The conversations, the vibe, the whole. I mean, like, I remember I used to say, like, y'all don't sit back and watch what we do. It was a vibe. I mean, even having people come on our show and talk and feel safe to speak. I mean, we took that away from you guys, and
We were rivaling even the main. You can believe that we were
exactly,
rivaling for the mainstream news outlet. Like we broke stories that not even where people over fence to the bridge.
exactly. When
so
people over fence a
whenever
peak,
you
we
see
don't
people
know
back
what
then,
going on already, and I tell
because
people
we know say it, and we were happy that when you guys would have seen a post coming from us on whichever day, whichever hour, you just know it's not even needed to be questioned. If it
I
come
mean,
from the stuff, a gospel. That's how
I mean
we were,
when I tell people say this person now go run a trials and this person injured, and a day or 2 days later we hear other people, and we're like, we told y'all this long time,
We,
you
we,
know,
we did this already. We
you
know
know,
this
even just
already.
even just that vibe and just the conversation. I mean, and I don't think people understand, it wasn't just even it was the context of the conversations. Like, we were talking about real track and field stuff. We were talking about people's form, people's mentality. We were over here talking about who need for sports psychologists before mainstream media
But
tell
you don't
them
even
that.
understand what sports psychologist is.
Right. We were here explaining and educating. I mean, even stories that were brought out and people's stories. And I mean, a lot of people looked forward to that and that synergy amongst the four of us. And, Zavian's cluelessness about something, and Latoya being a mediator, and, Kino having that technical knowledge, and then me coming with it.
Dead.
It was just a it was just a vibe, yo. And and whoever night it was, we are picked on that person. And I would just have to take that.
And it's just
Just
a big truck school in a keep over here.
it was just a vibe. And I think
we have somebody we just know, you want to know something in any organization as it relates to track and field. One of us over here, come the next day or come next Monday, we'll not get the answer.
Exactly.
Okay,
And I mean,
we have
just
the
having
nickname over here, so Pat.
just having that vibe, yo, and to understand that even together we played on people's emotions. I mean, it's on a way when I say it, but it's true. People out there laugh, or them a cry, or them start think, or they started because of how we would do things together. And I think we cheated. I know I'm a part of it. I can say I'm a big part of it. We cheated the people who loved us and loved seeing us out of that. And me, I got to take a big chunk of that because, again, we know better. And again, we allowed me personally allowed my ego to get the better of me instead of saying, hey, we can do this now. Let us fix this. We did it. We fixed it once. Why we couldn't have fixed it again? So to all of you guys out there who are a big fan of us, Jovi and Nick and Alicia and Joyette and anybody who feel afraid for mention, and the people who have messaged and say, yo, I miss you guys. I personally apologize for that.
I'm gonna say this while you both were speaking. We're not preaching over here, but that's the route that we're going. So, in all things, God has to be praised. So, but while you both were speaking, there's just one scripture that came to mind. I hear it loud and clear. It says 1 Peter 5, verse 6. And that scripture says, humble thyself under the mighty hand of God, and he will exalt us in due time. Mikisha, I know where you're going. I'm not preaching. But that scripture is really relevant to us, because if we had just humbled ourselves before him, whatever happened wouldn't have happened.
Just look up.
True.
Just look up boastfulness, man. It's supposed paparazzi in a row.
Too boastful, because one we have Kino where when Kino come on, he must look up in a phone camera, put himself on the top of a big screen, because I have the same thing, right? Then we'll have Jermaine who used to have a catch from the people them fence to catch a little wife.
Jesus.
Zavian, who used to just act like he's naive but very knowledgeable.
Very knowledgeable.
And when the money aspect of life, your Zavian come live and direct, So I mean,
the finance, man.
We used to have it, But Jermaine, the Bible said, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all other things will be added. All other things. So
Right.
All other things.
Next month, because sometimes we left out. Right? Part is very important. So not just the kingdom of God, but his right.
His righteousness.
But it's important.
Definitely. And I just want to encourage you. The song says, if we hold on a little longer, take Jesus as his word, he will carry us right through to the promised land. I'm not worried about your faith. What I will say to you is, don't ever let that faith become wavered. The posture that you have now, keep that posture. before God, when it is that he takes you through. The posture that you had then when you were going through Big C is the same posture I'm going to tell you to hold on to. Because that posture, that praise posture, brought you through it then. And that praise posture will bring you through it now. But the greatest thing of it all is that when you come through it, keep that posture. Because in the midst of praise, all things work together for good. Because in the midst of your praise, he will be able to say, hey, come, walk on the water. And you will not question if you can, if you should, or if you maybe. But you will just move because it is him who says, come, and not man. So that is my word of encouragement to you. I pray that the Lord will continue to keep you, to guide you, to protect you. But most of all, Jehovah Jireh, the God that provides, will continue to provide for you. But Jehovah will continue to also be your healer. Because whatever it is that should happen and can happen and will happen, God will give the destination of all the doctors to do what is needed to do. That is what I will tell you. Kino, you know how I feel about you. You know where you lies, but the Lord always said to remind you that he loves you. He will never leave you, nor will he ever forsake you. Whatever it is, this is not it. The Lord said to tell you that thing that you have asked for in your quiet time is already given unto you. I'm no prophet, but that thing that you have asked for is already given unto you. You know what that thing is. It is yours. He says he encompasses when you come to him. He loves when you come to him, but mostly he loves when you run to him. Hold on. All that desire is coming through. It is yours. It is time for you to step out and let God. You have been letting him, but let him do that thing. Your territory is about to be enlarged in ways that you never thought or imagined.
I'm actually getting this word for the second time, so
You can see that.
Your territory is about to be enlarged in ways that you never thought or imagined. And remember that when it happens, he is God. He is Lord. Above, below. You are not below. You are not a lender. You are a giver. Your store basket will never go empty. You are the first and not the last. You are God's chosen. No matter, it is going to come that, hey, no, this is happening. This is who you are. But he says to remind you, he chose you for a time as this. It is you he has chosen, no one else. So when you're going to feel like you're going to say, why me? Remember, you are chosen. You are a king, and I fix your crown tonight. And I remind you again, you are chosen, and the Lord loves you.
Jermaine, my word to you is, I send you something in here, so because I'm private like that when it comes to that part.
Yeah.
But 1 Peter 4, verse 12 said, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which are to try you. But rejoice in as much as you are partakers of stuff, that when his glory shall be, you shall be glad also with exceeding joy. There is not what God can do. And every single thing and trial that I have gone through in my life, I tell the church all the time, everything that I have committed, I've done in the church. So everything that God is going to do for you, it is already done. I don't know what say that's our God. So just hold on and we're there. We will do our own bit in our report, and we will continue with the support 100%. 100%.
So I'm glad you guys went there because, again, for those who don't know, we are all church people. Like, let me not say church people because we're all Christians, right? And that term is so important to me because being a follower of Christ and what he says and understanding his word and understanding that every blessing comes with a condition and everything that happens to you has a purpose. There's nothing that just happens random. And sitting here and listening to all of you guys and reading the comments and seeing what's going on, understanding that maybe that's a part of the plan and that's a part of the purpose and that's exactly what needs to happen. For those who, let me just say this, and I need y'all to pray for me because I will be starting the next batch of minister courses to be a minister in the Church of God of Prophecy. So I start in August. So I'll be in the next batch. So I'm a turn minister. But at the same time, using that to say this, as much as we had a connection and doing what we did, this never happened. And you can't question God's timing. They always say God works in mysterious ways. I always say God works in mischievous ways because in the least way that we expect it and in the least manner in which we expect it, he knows what to do, when to do it, and how to bring his glory forward. And to us, all of us sitting here to sit in front of the people who have seen us grow, have seen Jermaine from Jermaine did fat and chubby and, and seen all of us grow through this and become who we are and learn from who we are. God knew what he was doing and that this moment and this time was going to be for them and for everyone here to come back together and to grow and to understand. And one of the things, again, being ill taught me, stop questioning what God do and just watch him work. And even if you have a question, nothing wrong to have a question, but don't doubt what is happening. And that is something that I give you guys, that's something I give to you guys. Or okay, Kino. Let me leave that one there on Kino. When you're ready, you start that one there.
Yes, when he's ready, I'm sure he will say that. But Jovi said to tell
guys,
you
testimony on this side.
Oh, glory. I mean, God has been good. I was just saying that God has been good. The journey.
But guys, folks, everybody here, let us, even after the church, let us not forget the offering. Because the offering is a part of why we came here. The healing is good, the ministry and the word was good, but let us not forget the offering. So those of you who have an offering,
drop it in the box. Drop it in the box. Don't forget, And if any of the ways don't work for you, we have other ways. Just reach out to one of us and we will get it. So if you want a bank account, then we have a bank account. Whichever ways, we have every means and ways. God always open the door and always provide. So remember the offering. We want to contribute towards Jermaine. It doesn't matter, even if it's dollar, it works. Ever mickle, make a muckle. As American always say, make a muckle, man, make a muckle with the mickle, right? Ever mickle, make a muckle. So, therefore, we want to say thank you so much for being here with us. Yeah, man, just drop it on my inbox. Drop it on my inbox, Mr. Pierre. Drop it on my inbox. We have it for you. Whichever one you want, we have it for you.
All of them.
Right? Right? The door is already open wide and wide and all of that. So come on in and let us continue to fellowship together. Even when we depart from here, we just ask that you continue to keep Jermaine in your prayers, keep us in your prayers as we continue to keep you, the family. Because over here we're a family. Keep you, the family, in our prayers, because we do this all the time. It's not just about we just talking about what we love, track and field. But yeah, Lord has to be praised and has to be glorified, and not just in the dark, but definitely at the forefront and in the front of it all. So we have to give him praise. And persons have to know, say, yo, we are king in our own world and we are queen in our own world because we have a father that is definitely the greatest of all things. Because we live in castles and mansions because of him. And remember again, guys, remember to subscribe to the YouTube page. Remember to subscribe to the YouTube page. Remember, we have the Facebook page and the YouTube page, the Track and Field Talk.net. Remember to subscribe to the YouTube page. Don't forget it. I realize that we posted stuff, videos. I'm going to say a lot of you post, and another subscribe. No subscribe to the page, no? So that we know the content can still continue to come out. Track and field content. We might get a little church, proper church, you know, because we have church up here, well, man, ready to go. Not me, though. Just kidding.
Oh, and guys, let me just say this, because I'm not gonna be here and not advertise them. So if you guys go over to Instagram, go over to TikTok, there's a group that has been formed by the name of Spirit of David. It is a all-female gospel singing group which God told me to form in January. So I mean, bad singers, all youngsters, all from my church. God gave me the vision to start them, and they are amazing young ladies. And trust me, them are do the thing. So you can go over to Instagram, go over to TikTok, and follow them, please. Cause I don't know, we have a lot of things in store, and I'm working on some productions for them, for to do something. So just put that out there.
You're asking you're asking if his group is on Facebook. Your group is on Facebook, Jermaine?
No,
so it's just Instagram,
just TikTok.
And TikTok.
Right? Yeah.
What
because most of the stuff that is done. Huh?
What I said the name is again?
It is Spirit of David. So you type in
there is no space between it?
Yeah, I'm gonna actually send it to you now.
Alright. So remember that you can subscribe to that, but also remember to subscribe to the YouTube page, Track and Field Talk.net. We are going with things over here. We're going with things over here. Subscribe to the YouTube page. We're growing, guys. We're growing. So thank you. Okay, so Jovi found it already. You're not for bother sending Jovi with the fast fingers. We have fast learners over here now. We learn quickly when we teach. Teacher not to repeat itself too. One time and we go. Whoops and go. So thank you so much again, guys, for joining. Remember, if you can't use any of the ways that is shared or that you know that we always operate from, you can always call the YouTube page. I've posted it on our page, but no problem. It's the same name, Track and Field Talk.net, and you subscribe to the YouTube page. But Kola, when you drop in on my inbox, again, I'll share the YouTube page, but I will share the YouTube page again. But it's the same, Track and Field Talk.net. That it is. I am going to share the YouTube page for it right now in here. But thank you so much again for joining. It was really a pleasure to have you guys over here. We really appreciate it. We really love it. We hope that we will continue to have, this avenue of conversations and more as we grow, as we go along, and as we do what is needed and what is necessary. So have yourself, Dale, you're late. You have to go rewatch it, Dale. You have to go rewatch it. So have yourself a great morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to you all, wherever it is that you're joining us from. We thank you so much for joining us. Sure that you're late. We talk about that long time. First thing we talk about. We're done in our Shernet class. Done. Over. Lock. Huh?
May I tell her to watch it live? Cause we start with track and we go to church and yeah.
We started with that. We drop what is coming, and guys, also look out for our short line. We have short line coming. More likely the next live you will see us in our logo shirt, but then we have a short line coming for you guys to support the thing. Remember, just like up the thing. Watch out, but make sure you put your finger on the notification bell. Don't miss it. Right? We have great things coming. Great things are coming up for the season also. So thank you so much, all. We love you and we appreciate you. Be safe. Good night. Pick up.